Hello there. I thought I'd take a few seconds out to tell you a bit about this video. Now, it's called the Incomplete Guide to Raasay, and the reason it's called that is because we didn't manage to see everything we wanted to see. The weather was a bit dull, it rained most of the time, so we only managed to capture a small bit of the island. We'd like to go back and see more of it. However, we recorded just enough footage for us to think we can't just shelve this and ignore it. We're going to have to make some kind of video out of it. So we apologise for the fact that it's not especially comprehensive. Now let's watch. Charles something, and welcome to another episode of Roadside Pork. Today we are on the Isle of Raasay, which is well known for its prestigious iron mine workings. Now, if we look around these buildings, you will see what is left of what was once a prestigious operation. Now this building in particular is of interest, and look who's here, it's Andrew. What is it that we are cooking today?
3 rashers of premium smoked bacon by the company Just Bacon.
Just Bacon.
With added water.
They make the most prestigious bacon in all the land.
This is the Raasay Iron Mine Railway. It was worked between 1913 and 1919 and shipped thousands of tons of iron down to the port over there. Now, 1930 to 1919, those dates might strike you, as between those was the greatest human catastrophe up to that point, the First World War, where all that iron was used to make the guns and the weapons that would kill thousands and millions of people.
Structar Cannertach, Van Air Falb. Dangerous structure, keep out. That seems alright to me. But the trick is negotiating this fence, as it has what appears to be a massive big padlock on it. So I suppose I have to kind of, I don't know, I could climb this if I could be bothered, but I can't.
Raasay, an island of character, an island of concrete, an island of surprises. But one surprise I did expect to find was the concrete. Because this island is full of concrete. Concrete.
We're in the industrial heartlands of old Raasay as we go on our wee adventure, and Richard found a rock with fossils on it. Now you might be able to pick out this very small fossil here, which appears to be a feather, which is pretty cool. And then there's this here, it's got a kind of shell almost kind of shape to it.
It's a nice one just here as well. Not a bigger thing, but it's quite nicely
Oh yeah.
etched in there.
Well, the camera don't focus on it. About there. There we go. It's pretty cool. So
And there we go, that bridge itself looks like it's not too far from being a fossil of its own.
Right, another Greyburn quest. We've got to get across this bridge. There's a huge drop down there, and if you fall down, you're probably going to die. But this is no problem for people like me. So, I'm going to go right across. Yes! I conquered the bridge. And as you'll see, it's been edited for special action footage, so you don't see the whole thing, but you can use your imagination to fill up the gaps. I totally went across all the way.
Indeed he did.
next time on Action Mongers, Simon walks across the logs of death.
This is very dangerous. Do not try this at home. Now that was a stunt. You should never ever try a stunt in dangerous situations like this. And now, if this was real life, I would be dead. Viaducts. I'm Reggie Clive Sidson, a descendant of the Cray twins, know what I mean? And this is a viaduct. It crosses a steep valley on the Raasay Iron Railway. Know what I mean?
So we've travelled for many hours, but we look back and the campsite is only just over there. That would be about as far as, I don't know, St Michael's to Forgan? Maybe a bit longer than that,
It's about 4 miles, I'd say, from here to there.
Yeah,
And yet we're on a completely different island in a different place.
indeed we are. So there you go, the least funny clip in the world. The funny laughs will not make it better.
Right, I've just had some lovely bacon, but as you know it's very fattening, so I have to do post-bacon exercises. I found this concrete stairwell in which to do them.
Look at them run around like an idiot. This is really, really stupid. There's absolutely no good reason to do this. Drum give me 20, you filthy little maggots! Unfortunately, the weather hasn't been great, so we've not been able to see most of the things we wanted to. But we have decided to take a look at this souterrain. So let's have a look in here. Let's get the torch ready. It's actually pretty good. Apparently it's called the Cave of the Oars. But let's have a look inside. So these things, I believe, are either Iron Age or Bronze Age, and are usually about 3,000 years old, I believe. Well, I might be getting all that wrong, but here we go. And there's a hole in the middle for some reason, kind of like an air shaft. And that's the back of it, just there. Looks like you can get through to the end.
And now on BBC Two Scotland, building bridges. It's 7 AM and Arthur has a long day ahead of him on the new viaduct project.
Yes, that is very right. Now we're building this viaduct and we're basing it on the old 14th century principles of viaduct building, and we're using, although the problem is we have to use 15th century concrete because, well, you can't really get 14th century concrete anymore because it's just too difficult to get. But what we're doing is reinforcing the concrete here with old style stone blocks. You see its smooth edge gives you a good firm fix, and you get a good gripping point there on it too, so we've got to ram the peg into the viaduct to make it stable. Now this takes quite a long time, and it's quite a precision job. Now I've been doing this for a number of years, and I have to admit that sometimes I get a wee bit tired. I used to work with my son on this, but he moved away to university the other week, and I'm really missing him, you know. It's one of these sad human interest stories that we're trying to get across here, right? But yeah, this old age way of building viaduct is coming to an end, so I'd like to think I'm carrying on the traditions. Well, that's the end of him.